It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, on SABC3. Thank you very much for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, imagine being part of a daily live panel talk show alongside 3 hosts where you get to provide the 4th perspective. Well, you no longer need to imagine because that show is here. It's actually the reimagined trending essay, and it's hitting your screens from tonight at 6 p.m. And of course, it's the same table, the same chairs, but 3 different booties on them. And this morning on Expresso, we are so thrilled to introduce them to you via video call. Please welcome Refiloe Mpakanyane, Elma Smit, and Mthokozisi MaBlerh Cele, your new trending essay hosts in Mzansi! Unbelievable. Guys, it's great to see you. How are you all doing today?
Very good. Very well, thank you. Excited.
I can only imagine. Refiloe, one of your first major changes, of course, that viewers will notice is that the time slot has now changed from nighttime to prime time. So what does this mean for the content that you'll be bringing onto the show?
I mean, it really means that, you know, the day has happened. We've been able to capture, follow, see what's trending, who's been a newsmaker, and, you know, not reiterate, repeat the general take that's happened during the day, give it our own spin, and perhaps by the time 6 p.m. rolls around, people have had time to digest all the, you know, the trending issues and topics and look for a deeper sort of understanding of what is happening around them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Elma, I mean, even though this is a return to the screens for the show, you basically are starting a new show during the pandemic. I mean, how does it feel to be embarking on this new adventure of this daily talk show? And how's the production ensured, obviously, your safety as well and everyone else's safety involved?
As you would know, shoo-loo-loo, there's a lot of new stuff now. I mean, it's masks and it's shields and it's elbows and
yeah.
We are socially distancing. It's a brave new universe in which we get to make shows, but so excited because 2020 has served up a lot of things that we need to talk about.
There's no doubt about that. It'll go down in history as one of the most unforgettable years of our lifetime, at least. Now, MaBlerh, talk to me about the format that each episode is going to take and how this will change over the course of the week.
So basically what we're doing, because of the new time slot and the fact that we no longer have 42 minutes, so the show is going to be pasty, so you blink, you miss out. So you need to concentrate. So the features that are going to come through, it's features like My Life, where we're going to be profiling ordinary South Africans with inspiring stories. Mm-hmm. We're also going to be looking at some high-profile people, maybe, you know, people in government, your celebrities, and we're going to be doing those profiles. We're going to be profiling the people that are actually making the news, and we also get to play at the same time, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're not too serious, but we will be bringing you the stories, and we will be responsible in the way that we do it, but we're also going to have some fun.
Refiloe, I mean, tonight is the first broadcast. How are you feeling ahead of the broadcast, and what exciting guests have you got in store for us?
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a little anxious for everything to be perfect, but that's the joy of live TV, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing is ever perfect, and I think that makes it so much more fun. And you've got Elma, I've got Elma with me, I've got MaBlerh with me as well, and we're effectively co-pilots, so we've got this. And so just excited to bring stories about ordinary South Africans, what they've experienced, what they've had to endure, and also just the triumphs, right? The triumphs of the human spirit. I don't want to give away who will be talking to this week, but I just want everyone to know that we're definitely going to leave them with food for thought. And we're going to leave them talking once that half an hour is over. We're going to leave them talking, perhaps a little annoyed at some of our viewpoints, you know, agreeing and disagreeing. I think we're going to be sparking off some hectic conversations in the house, actually. I'm almost certain that's exactly what's going to happen.
Let me ask you all, I mean, obviously Trending Essay was a huge show. The previous hosts all have had their say. They have their own platforms and voices that the audiences grew to love over the first iteration of Trending Essay. But what are you wanting to bring as a collective to the table? Let me start off with you first, Refiloe.
Well, you know, I think what I want to bring is exactly that. Let's look at the situation around us. And as Elma said, 2020 has given us so much to deal with, right? It almost feels as though we want to be serious all the time, but at the same time, we're all looking for some kind of levity. We're looking for relief, but at the same time, you can't run away from the fact that lockdown, pandemic, there is this global thing that unites us all. But let there be some balance. And I think I just want to bring that balance, that levity, that relief, but also more insight into what should we be prioritizing at this time. That's really what I think I'd like to bring to the table.
Yeah. Elma, what about you?
I think that a lot of what's been happening this year that's irritated me is that everyone feels like they should answer, defend, respond to everything that's happening out there. I'd love for us to give platforms to people to come in and join us and just share their truth and stay there for that truth with them. That is what I think our society, particularly here in South Africa, lacks at the moment, is instead of always feeling like you have to defend, being present enough to be there when people share their pain, when they share their experiences, when they start talking about what's real.
Wow. Some really powerful stuff. MaBlerh, the gauntlet has been set before you. What are you bringing to the table?
Basically, what I'm going to be is the voice for the guy on the streets. I'm bringing the streets to SABC3.
Oh,
you know, I'm bringing the streets. You know, so I will be shooting from the hip. So the people that are watching, listen, we are going to fight on Twitter. And I am not one that is afraid of being wrong. So if I do step out of line, I want to be called out. And I will be calling out some people. So that's who I'm going to be.
So there might be a certain Twitter community of a darker complexion that might be calling you out. Are you saying that?
Are you talking about Black Twitter?
Yeah. Listen, guys.
Why shall not be named?
Exactly. I was trying to keep him safe, but he's bringing the streets, and the streets is there. But listen, guys, we can't wait for 6 p.m. tonight when the reimagined trending essay hits our screens on SABC3. And until then, do stick around because we'll be back in a little while with Refiloe, Elma, and MaBlerh to get to know them a little bit better ahead of today's momentous occasion.